On this channel, I work with my three cats, Calypso, Skyfall, and Mr. Muffin, to help you improve the lives of your cats. And one of the things that is always an improvement is giving them additional stimulation. Part of that stimulation might be moving around with your cat, taking them outdoors or taking them to other places besides your own home. Welcome back to 9 Lives to Live. Today we're going to take a look at another way to keep your cats entertained, as well as a way to facilitate their transportation. And we're going to take a look specifically at this cat travel backpack. This is called the Navigator by a company called Travel Cat. And it's supposed to be a convertible backpack, which you can use either as a backpack to hike around with your cat, to transport your cat, or also as a standard carrier. So first of all, let's just take a look at some of the features. It's got mesh on 3 sides and on the top. The front flap and the top flap can be opened, so the sides cannot, and the whole top also can be opened like so. A useful security feature are these clips that will help you to lock the flaps to ensure that your cat doesn't get out accidentally. This carrier also has these pockets for water bottles or other things that you might want to put in there. It has this pocket on this side with 3 inside pockets for additional materials or whatever you'd like to carry in them. On the inside, it's got this padding so that the cats can sit comfortably. And this padding can actually be removed and put flat in case you use it as a carrier. I'll show you that in a moment. It has these clips that can be used to attach to cat harnesses. So you'll see that's 2 of them, because this carrier can carry up to 25 pounds of cat, which means 2 regular sized cats or 1 really big cat. On the back there are these shoulder straps, and they can be adjusted here. And they can also be loosened completely from the bottom. Now the chest straps can be moved. You'll see here that there's 4 places where you can clip the chest strap. So depending on your body and how tall you are and so forth, you can adjust the height of the strap going across your chest. So one of the main features of this backpack is that it can be used either as a backpack or as a standard carrier. And the way that would work is by flipping this pad, which is attached by Velcro, putting it on the bottom like so, and it has these clips here that you can use to put a strap on and use as a standard carrier. A couple of interesting features. One is it's got this pocket here in the back, which they call a water reservoir pocket. So apparently you would put a water bladder in there as a water reserve, I guess for your cat. If you're going to take your cat hiking in this, it might get hot and it might need water. This is actually could be really useful if you are intending to travel with your cat, because you could take your cat in there and use it as a standard backpack. Let's say you're going to the airport. Move around the airport with your cat on your back, and then once you get on the flight, once you get on the plane, you can slide it under the seat per the airline regulations. The size is very important, and I think that they have made this the appropriate size so that it fits under the seat in front of you, which is where you would want to have your cat if you're going to take them with you. Let's try it out on the cats. So I have Skyfall and Calypso in here. I don't know if you can see them both through the mesh, but let me open it up a little bit. They fit in there okay. They're maybe a little bit snug. Let me open the flap so you can see how well they fit. Wait, hold on, just let the people see a moment. So they're a little bit tight in there, but they do fit if you need to carry both of them. Here's Mr. Muffin. As you can see, he fits fine. It's a single cat. He's a reasonable sized cat, and he's fitting fine. So for at least for one cat, it definitely is It's a really good size. And so now Mr. Muffin is in the carrier, as you can see, with his harness attached to the backpack. You can keep this top flap open and he can pop his head out and look around if he wants without the fear that he's going to jump out and run off into the woods or something. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. This was just a test. Yeah, don't whine. Don't be such a whiner. Okay, go. You can go. Mr. Muffin, he's such a whiner. So a couple of things about using this type of backpack. Number one, you need to get them used to it. I just left it on the side of the room. I left it open so that they could go in. And of course they saw it and they're always curious, and so they started exploring around it. Eventually they got into it. They started sitting in it. When I put the cats in this time, they were already familiar with it. They had already been inside it. If your cats aren't getting inside of it, aren't trying it out for themselves, you might try something like treats. Put some treats in there. Maybe put some kind of towel or some blanket that that has their smell in it, that they're familiar with, to make it a little bit more comfortable for them. Okay, so now I've got Mr. Muffin in there. There's Mr. Muffin inside the carrier. One of the things about cats, especially if they're not used to something like this, is that they might initially be skittish. I have a thought that when you're first training them to use it, walk around inside a little bit with them, so that they get used to the motion of what you're doing. And when you start on the outside, you might consider flipping it around so that they can see you and they can hear you when they are in the carrier. It might be a little bit disconcerting for them to be bouncing around on your back when they can't see or hear you. This way, at least initially in your yard or nearby, you can walk around like this with them. Let them know that you're around. So here's Mr. Muffin. He seems reasonably calm in there. He didn't like it when I put him in at the start, but now he's sort of curious about being up here, being inside it. Also, keep in mind that this kind of bouncing during a walk and a hike might cause some cats to get nauseous, get motion sickness. So it's something to be aware of, something to be attentive to. Is your cat getting motion sickness? So I think in general, this cat pack is a great idea, especially if you're going to be traveling with your cat. This particular backpack, the Navigator by Travel Cat, is a little bit expensive. It's about $150. It's very well made, so I think it will last you a long time. But it is pricier than some other options out there, options that I haven't tried, so I can't recommend them. I can say that this one seems to be sturdily made and worth the money if you think that traveling around, moving with your cat is going to be beneficial to the cat. I'm going to put a link on how you can get this backpack below so that it'll be easy for you to find in case you decide that you want to get something like this. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like if you found this useful.